What do you do when there's leftover dal in the fridge? This happens at least once a week in our house, and I like to make parathas from it. Everyone loves parathas, chapati, roti. We love them. But the problem is they are made with a lot of grains, and the Indian diet is grain heavy. Like we have one mountain of white rice on our plate, or we eat like 3 chapatis in every meal. But actually, we are supposed to be eating only about 3 servings of whole grains in a day. The benefits of whole grains stops out at that point. If we eat more than 3 servings in a day, we don't get any added benefit, but we lose out on the other foods that we could have eaten and gotten benefit from. For example, if we eat a cup of rice in the afternoon, that's 2 plus 2, 4 servings. And then we eat 3 chapatis for dinner, that's totally 4 plus 3, 7 servings of whole grains in a day. That additional 4 servings is an opportunity that we are losing out to eat maybe green leafy vegetables or salads or fruits or dals, legumes. So that's why whenever I get a leftovers of any of these things, I like to put it into the paratha itself so that we still feel satisfied that okay, I want to eat those 3 chapatis or 3 rotis, 3 parathas. I'm still satisfied eating those 3. At the same time, we have actually eaten up those legumes and vegetables and other healthy food groups that we need to be eating every day. I'm Dr. Ishwar and I like to enjoy my food. I'm a big foodie. At the same time, I love staying healthy. So I'm going to show you how to make this healthy and tasty leftover dal paratha. So shall we see what ingredients are needed? First one is dal. Any leftover dal that you have at home, even if it has vegetables, you can use it. If it has big vegetable pieces, then put it in the mixie, blend it once and then use it for this recipe. If the dal is put in the fridge, soon after it cools down, it stays happily for at least 24 hours, no problem at all. If it's more than, say, a day and a half or 2 days old, then I wouldn't recommend using it. If you want to keep it for a long time like that, then please freeze it. That way it lasts up to a month very easily in the freezer and then you can thaw it and use it anytime. But in the fridge, a day, day and a half is a good time period to aim for. Whole wheat flour, we got all these groceries from Farm Fresh Bangalore. Check them out. The link is in the description. They are India's first whole food plant-based grocery delivery service. It's all online and it's based in Bangalore. Jeera or cumin seeds, coriander leaves, and cashew butter from Sampurna Ahara. So this is one ingredient that is going to really up our paratha game today because cashew butter has a lot of natural healthy fats along with fiber and phytonutrients. So it's going to make our parathas nice and soft. At the same time, it's going to keep us healthy and protect our health because of all the good nutrients in it. It's a wholesome source of healthy fat. I got this from Sampurna Ahara. You'll find the link in the description if you want to order it anywhere in India. It's delivered. If you want to make it at home, then what you need to do is grind cashews in the mixie until it becomes a smooth paste without using water. That's how you make cashew butter. First step, we add our dal to the mixing bowl, followed by the wheat flour. Also going to add our coriander leaves. I am crazy about green leafy vegetables. Wherever I see a small, we call it cycle gap, tiny gap where we can add in green leafy vegetables in any dish, I am going to add it because it's that one ingredient that has the highest antioxidant among all vegetables, but we simply don't eat enough of it. Most of my patients, when they come to me, they eat green leafy vegetables once in 2 days or once a week, twice a week, thrice a week. We need to be eating it 2 to 3 times a day, ideally in every meal. That is 2 servings a day. Finally, our jeera or cumin seeds and cashew butter. You know, of all these ingredients, the jeera and the cashew are super high in iron levels, and so is the dal. So actually, if you have iron deficiency anemia or if you want to increase your iron levels, then cashews and jeera and even soya beans are fantastic sources of iron. Now we roll up our sleeves and get to mixing this all together. One thing you might have noticed is I haven't added any salt to this dish, and I've done it on purpose for 2 reasons. One is we need to be reducing our salt intake wherever possible because the average Indian salt consumption is 10 to 12 grams a day, but the ideal salt levels to eat every day are less than 5 grams a day, or actually less than 3.75 grams a day, which is about 3/4 of a teaspoon. Not per meal, not per dish, but per day. Imagine that, okay? And most of us eat like 2 to 3 spoons of salt in a day, which is not a healthy thing to do. Especially in India, it's linked with higher risks of heart disease, hypertension, and strokes, and even kidney disease and stomach cancer for that matter. So I like to avoid salt wherever, whenever possible. In this particular dish, the dal, because it's a leftover dal, it's anyway going to have salt and spices in it. So it's anyway going to, be nice and savory. So we really do not need to add any extra salt to this dish. Plus, you're probably going to be eating this with a sabji, with a side dish that might contain salt, most likely. So definitely no need to add any salt at all to this. It's a little sticky, so I'm going to add a little more whole wheat flour into this. Although most Indians probably get enough protein in their diets, the average Indian intake is about 68 grams a day for adults. But what we don't get enough of is dals and legumes. They have plant-based proteins, which is good, and it is a much healthier source of plant-based protein than even whole grains, because they have a lot of other helpful compounds, a lot more fiber, resistant starch, and dals have this thing called the second meal effect. Like when you eat dal in this meal, even after eating this meal, your blood sugar levels are going to rise very slowly because it takes a little time for it to digest. And not just for this meal, but even the next meal, your blood sugar response is going to be a little slower, which I think is amazing, especially if you're diabetic, or if you have PCOS, or if you're looking to lose weight, or if you want to prevent any of these issues. Dals are an amazing addition into your diet on a regular daily basis. So that's it. Our dough is ready. Let's make these into smaller balls and we'll get to shaping our rotis, shaping our parathas. Coat the paratha ball in flour, start rolling it out. This is actually super simple. One of the things about using cooked dal and cooked vegetables in making parathas is it comes out much softer than chapatis or even fulkas, because the fiber, and especially the cooked portion, it holds water like a sponge, and it makes your parathas and chapatis really nice and soft. I enjoy that. Okay, parathas ready. Let's cook it and see how it turns out. This is a stainless steel tawa. I don't prefer using non-stick because non-stick has been shown to release some toxic chemicals even in normal cooking temperatures. But stainless steel is a lot safer option, and that's why I use stainless steel to make dosas, chapatis. Also, they come out really well. If you're making chapatis, parathas, rotis, bakris, you don't need any oil whatsoever. Like the couple of things that we did to the dough in this recipe, including some cooked dal, maybe a little cashew butter, some nuts and seeds paste. Those tips can really keep your rotis and chapatis and parathas super soft and super nice. Even like the whole day from morning to evening, it'll continue staying soft. You don't need to add oil at all. If you're making dosas, there is a couple of tricks to learn how to make oil-free dosas really well. Once you season the pan well, you don't need to add any extra oil while making that dosa. So check out our other videos on nutritionscience.in to see how to make oil-free dosas. Alright, it's nice and hot. Let's put our leftover dal paratha and see how well it gets cooked. One of my clients said that there are 2 people in our house, both are whole food plant-based, but only one of them know it. Using recipes like this, you can hide your dals and vegetables and all these healthy goodies inside these dishes that are so delicious, your family is just going to gobble all of it up without even thinking twice. It's cooked on one side, you see the color has changed on top. Now we flip it over. Unlike your fulkas, don't expect parathas to fluff up and, to become like a puri style thing. It is not going to puff up, but it's going to be really nice and soft inside. Remember, because of the cooked dal that we've added into the dough. Another thing to watch out for while making parathas is not to let it get too burnt. So if it gets dark brown, then that means that certain chemicals called AGEs have formed in that food. The AGEs are brown in color, so that's what you're seeing as the brown color spots. AGEs stand for Advanced Glycation End Products, and when we eat them, we increase our risk of diseases like PCOD, Alzheimer's disease, and even aging process gets accelerated when we eat more of these AGEs, very aptly named. So we need to minimize our consumption of AGEs. So in case there is any part of the chapati or paratha that's gotten burnt or too dark brown, then I would highly recommend removing that part before you eat it. If the whole thing has gotten dark brown, please discard that particular one and eat all of the other parathas that you make. Alright, that is perfect. Our leftover dal paratha is ready. Shall we try it? I'm looking for the dal. Can't really taste it. It tastes so nice. The jeera is cutting through everything. So jeera taste is prominent. It's like a jeera paratha or jeera roti. Coriander texture is also very nice. And the dal has happily disappeared completely into this paratha. I'm not even able to find it. I'm not even able to taste it. Like maybe if I think about it, very mild flavor. So I'm loving this recipe. I'm going to enjoy this now with some nice tangy tomato and onion and aloo gobi sabji. The best part is because dal is already there inside this paratha, I don't need to think about making a separate dal. The dish is already incorporated. So that way my plate can be a lot better balanced. I hope you enjoy this recipe at home. Please tell me how your family enjoys it in the comments, and I look forward to meeting you at the next healthy and tasty recipe video. Be blessed.